Hello crafters and friends, this is Nemi Batstone with Nemi's Crafty Cafe. I'm here with you today to do a redo of last Thursday's Facebook Live. Due to the weather and being in the country, I don't have a direct line, so the cabling or the signal, I should say, that came from our internet provider seemed to have a lot of issues, and it's usually when it's super windy. So I couldn't get on, and we lost our internet access for a couple hours. So okay, so I wanted to get started, and we'll just jump right in it. I believe I mentioned last time that we had or my order was missing, and it is being replaced as is. So I couldn't share with you one of the new sets. So hopefully it's here this week and I can share that with you. But so I'm gonna switch it up and share with you what we actually did at team meeting on Friday. So that's another one I wanted to share with you this past week, or this coming week, but since it finished on Friday, I get to share it with you. So we're going to do 3 projects today. So the video may be a little longer because it is recorded, but that's okay. It's replay. So you can just fast forward to where you need to be, and then you will know, you can follow along as well. And you can obviously catch this right now on my Facebook or YouTube page. So don't forget to like, share, and comment, because I have a special gift at the end of the video that you will see, so that you could win one of my draws, as always. So let's get started and let's get going here. So I'm gonna flip you first. Oh, I'm getting a lot of glare, and I apologize for that. I don't know why that's happening. So let me see if I don't know why I can't flip you either. But let's see here. What's going on? Okay, so let's look here. So I just wanted to do a quick reminder to all of you that we have a special right now for the starter kit. So if you would like to join my team, you would only pay $135 and you would get $206 in free product. It is an amazing deal that I just don't want you to pass up on. There's no commitment, there's no requirement. You have 3 months to just participate in all my team's fun adventures, the Prairie Grass Stampers. And if by January you decide, hey, you know what, I really like this and I want to continue receiving my discounts, then we will talk and give you a little bit more details as to what is required to continue receiving 20% off. So I wanted to share with you what I do at my team meetings and what my teams get and why it's so cool to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So again, don't forget to take a look at that. And another reminder that I gave everybody on Thursday is, if you are part of my email list, the link is above if you are not yet, then you will receive, starting November 1st to the 12th, an email once a day with a tutorial and video and card sample featuring one of these 6 items, or 7 actually, because the last one's a kit. And I have teamed up with Rachel Kuhn in the US. And so if you don't have any of these, then you can easily purchase them from her or myself. And as well, you can use all of these as well to buy your starter kit. So at a 20% discount plus extra products. So who doesn't want that? Okay, so we'll come back to that later. So what do you get when you actually become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator? Well, this Friday we had Team Appreciation Night. And we got together, and we do meet once a month, by the way. And during that month, we do make and takes, we do challenges, etc. We have lots of fun, and I do prize draws, and we do a lot of sharing. And each one of us gets to share. So I will show you what I gave them. So everyone received a package like this. So this is one of those vinyl bags. They are waterproof. They are 8.5 by 11. So you can easily carry your card stock, your projects in each one. So you could fit one project in each one. You can fit multiple projects in each one, whichever. And then I crafted them a bit and gave them the "let's get crafty," which is one of my favorite sayings that I use besides happy stamping. So they each got one. Oh, and they also got different colors. Not everybody got yellow. So there's yellow, blue, red. Oh no, pink and green, and yeah, so everybody got different colors. It was cool because it actually kind of matched the in color mats, and so we placed them that way. I always like to give them a treat, so I made them this little treat box. This is not my design. These are actually made from the little treat dies, which is here. So when you punch them out, you get this little funky little tiny box which fits a little bit of mini stuff, but you can actually fit a Lindt chocolate ball in there. And they are in the mini catalog. So you get all these cool ones, which I love because you get all your seasons in here, plus you get a whole set of numbers and then the die itself. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. So I made these little treat box, and then I was like, well, do I give everybody one? Do I give everybody two? And then I was watching the Paper Pixie, and she showed how you can take these two little boxes and add them into a little carrying case. Now, how cute is that? So each one of these is filled with candy. I did put Hershey Kisses in them. And then I punched this out just using one of our other standard dies. I believe it was Splendid Days. No, it was the little pocket, I think. The little pocket die or something. Sorry, I had to sip my coffee. But these just come out real easily. So there's a little box, and then I use Lights Aglow, so everyone got different colors again. And then inside each one is just a little treat. So I filled them with Hershey's Kisses, and they're good to go. So they also got that. So it was super cute. I also gave them each the new polka dot trash bin. Have you seen these? So these are available for customers, I believe, and you can each get one. Now, my team, they're so funny. Stay tuned for the photo. And they opened this up. It's actually quite big in comparison to our other one, but if you are a person that loves to go to retreats, this is quite handy. See how big that is? It's like pretty much almost 8.5 by 11. And you just squish it down like this, and they are good to go. So if you're a crafter who has a small craft space like myself and need a trash can and don't want one sitting around, this works really well, especially if you're at your dining table and you're at retreats, of course. And then another great gift I gave everybody was these letter size templates. So in each of these packs, there's 14 different sizes you would use as a guide for the front of your card. So when you're designing, you're like, oh, I don't know which size I want. So instead of wasting your cardstock or cutting or paper, whatever, you can pick and choose whichever sizes you want, and then it gives you the actual measurements for the card fronts of your cards or the inside. So each of my team members received this one as well, and I also gave it to them in inches and as well as in centimeters, so that when you're watching and would like to case another demonstrator, you have both measurements and you don't have to think about it. So that was a gift. So those that missed will also receive that. I couldn't attend because it was actually Team Appreciation Night. My thing is, if you come to the meetings, you get the gifts. And if you want the gifts, then you just have to pay for the shipping to get them to you. Okay, so then that's what they got. So we then we did share a bunch of projects. And, let me share the designs that I have to share them because I just can't keep it to myself. So everybody brought a card design, and I said you could bring whatever you want. So each one of them made a card who could attend. So this is a card here that was made by Deb Shields. Isn't it beautiful? So uses the Splendid Day. Turned out fantastic. Of course, we're our own critics, and she shared how she didn't like it as much as she thought she wanted, but it's beautiful. And then this one here was created by Dawn. And so she has her own site. If you go to creativeblends.ca, she loves to color. And this one got that wood grain fall look. Oh, it's just stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And this is by one of our other designers, Marie Strong. So she helped me with In Color Club. So this is one of this is the last set for In Color Club. So she chose the squirrels and fall, which is what we wanted to focus on for last month of In Color Club. And then Ashley, our other team designer, look at her. She's our retreat designer, right? And so she made this beautiful card here with the deckled. I love these deckled dies. Oh, if you don't have these deckled framed dies, they are a must. Okay, so we have that one. And then we also have this one from Barb. So I featured her once already. So each month I'll be featuring one of my team members because, you know, they are amazing. But she also stamped the inside. So this is the soft seedlings, right? How beautiful is that with the vanilla and the gold? Oh, just stunning. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one was, who's this one? I have names on everything. Oh, this one was Christine. You know, Christine's been with us for like a year now, and congratulations to her for reaching Bronze Elite. She's done amazing, and her cards are just stunning. Like, she's just like started off with basics and then just grown. And then last but not least, Irene, same thing. Like, Irene has been crafting with me for a couple years and finally decided to bite the bullet and join as well. And look at her stunning card. She actually watercolored all of that to create the leaves and then made the front there. And this is from the annual catalog. And how beautiful is it? Love that deer. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, and she stamped all that. Like, oh, beauty. So anyway, so those are our Prairie Grass Stampers that were able to come to the team meeting. So of course, like always, we have a few last minute people who had to drop or couldn't come. So don't forget. So join now. You have until October 31st. And these are some of the fun things you get to see and work with because they share, and then they also case and they also teach and we'll make these designs with them. With all team members at our meeting, and it's so much fun. Make and takes, that's what there are. Okay, so let's get started. So at team meeting, I featured 3 cards. And don't forget to stay on because at the end I have a surprise for you. And we started off, so I want to use the Christmas cards and Christmas DSP here and some die cutting and to show that you can just create a card without even stamping. And then we want to feature, I want to share with them the Warm Welcome, which was the new bundle that we shared that was shared with us and available for early release from Stampin' Up! On World Card Making Day. And then we always like to do a fun fold card. So this is a fun fold that was challenged. And I also cased from Brenda Quintana. So it's got, I tweaked it a bit, but it is one of her designs. Do I have that here? Okay, perfect. Okay, so we are going to create these 3 cards. And so like I said, the video might be a little longer, but I don't think so. So we'll see how quick we go through this. Okay, so first card. So we're going to work through this way. So we're going to do this card first. Super simple, really easy. And it features the from the Christmas Wishes DSP pack. You can see the beautiful paper and the beautiful colors of Real Red, Garden Green, Sweet Sorbet. And I believe I have the pack here. Let me just quickly check. I should have it. Yep. And this is the one for those of you that need some reference, is the one with the big candy canes. So they are in the mini catalog, and it comes with all this beautiful designer series paper. And you can also comes with a bundle that has the die to cut this out, but I don't have that. So I want to show everybody how you can create this a different way. So we're going to need our scoring tool to just create our box, or sorry, our card base here. So this one, you can see no stamping. The only place you're going to stamp with this one is inside your card for a greeting, or you leave it blank, right? So we're just going to create a standard card here and fold that in half, and obviously, and then we're going to burnish our edge. There we go. And then we just need our glue. So I have 2 glues here. I've got my liquid glue and also my fine tip glue. These bottles are amazing and actually hold a full container or bottle of our multi-purpose liquid glue. I do find that our multi-purpose liquid glue comes out pretty thick at times. And so when you want that fine tip, that works a lot better. I mean, we do have fine tip liquid glue, don't get me wrong, but I do struggle with it, and I do find that this works a lot better. So you can buy these bottles off Amazon yourself. Or if you come to my events, I usually have them for sale, available for purchase for cash and carry. So just letting you know, I'm running out on this one, I think. Add my sweet little initial there. So we're just going to put this here. So when you come to our team meetings, and if you would just like to come and check us out, you're more than welcome to. All of this is usually pre-cut for you because we don't have a full day. We only have a few hours. And usually our team meetings last about 2.5 hours. And we do get together in person, and those who are with us who are afar, because I do have demonstrators across Canada. So if you are in Canada, no matter where you are, you can join our team. But they join us virtually. So it was fun because we were singing happy birthday to Karen this time, because it was her birthday. So we had cake for her birthday, which she wasn't expecting. And then we all sang happy birthday to her. And so Leanne was with us virtually. And so she was like, you know, singing along with us and everything. It was really cool. It's so fun. So I try and make it accessible and available to everyone. And when things don't work out, then I do a separate meeting for those that are virtually, because sometimes you just can't hear and it just doesn't work. So, but no matter what, you are part of our team and you join us. So these come from the amazing dies. So if you're smart, you would put cling adhesive on the, or not cling adhesive. What do you call it? The full sheet adhesive before you die cut these, because then it makes it a lot easier and it turns your die, especially this intricate die, into stickers. And then these easily fall in. So old school, because I'm an old scrapbooker, I just used the Xyron back in the day. Now you get adhesive sheets that allow you to easily turn anything into, any of your die cuts into a sticker. Like, how fantastic is that? So I usually put an elastic here because it drives me crazy that the little lid or cover is on there. There we go. I'm like, why is it not coming out? I don't usually have that problem. So what's really nice about this fine tip is you can easily see how small droplets you can put in. You would not be able to do that with the standard packed liquid glue. So I just pour one liquid glue into one of these and then it's good to go. Okay, so I'm using my tweezers because it's just easier than my crazy fat fingers. And I'm just gonna place that on there. So if you had used an adhesive sheet, this would be nice and sticky all around for you already, and you would just slap it on there like a sticker. Love these amazing dies because there's different words, right? There's thanks, amazing. What's the other one? You and R, I believe. So you can make quite a few phrases, and then you can also obviously add them with other stamps and combine them together so that you don't have to just use the die. So I can use thank, and at our last retreat we showed you how to cut that off, and then you just have thank instead of thanks. So lots of fun things you can do with this. I'm a big sucker for dies like this because I scrapbook. So these are very important and come in quite handy. So I'm just going to put that on there like so. Just trying to get that straight as best as I can. And then we went in with ribbon. So using some of the new in color ribbon. Just going to pull that out. So see how simple and easy this part is. And some linen thread. So I have these all in little baggies because this is what I brought when we actually got together in person. We don't meet at my house. We meet at a central location in the city. And in Winnipeg, I should say. You know, just because I don't want you to think it's your city. And get together, and there's free parking, and we have coffee and bevies and snacks. And then we share and we go through a make and takes and a little bit of training and some challenges, and we do prize draws. Oh, it's just so much fun. And we do crazy things, which if you saw that picture, I'll post it in this video. It's so funny. They make me laugh. Anyway, grab that. And where's my mini glue dots? Here they are. So I'm just going to take a mini glue dot and add that on there. I'm just going to pull this off, that one dot, so I don't have to carry that whole roll. Rip it off. There we go. So the reason why I wanted to add ribbon here is just to cover up those stems, so that you don't see the two ends, and plus if you get some glue there, it covers it up. Works fantastic. Now this card is pretty much done, and all it needs is a bit of embellishments. Uh-oh, where did I put my embellishments? Forgot that. So all I used on this one was the pearls, but I usually just bring all my embellishments, and then someone always uses a different one, or they're like, I'll just wait till I get home and embellish it, which is totally fine by me as well. And here's the other thing. We get together, we like to talk, we like to catch up, so we don't always get through all our make and takes. So then our make and takes literally become make at home. Just take it and make it at home yourself. Because we're having so much fun together. Okay, so there we go. And that is card number 1. So I hope you enjoyed that. And think that that's a simple card you can easily make and create together for your friends and family, or with your friends and family. Now, I didn't glue these ends down because I like to leave them loose to give them that dimension. But you could add a few dots behind there using a fine tip adhesive, and then that'll sit flat. But once you put that in an envelope and mail it, it will be flat no matter what. Okay, so there you go. See? Same card. Okay, so second card. So the second card features, here's the kit, so everybody gets all their pieces. And this features the warm welcome. So here's the warm welcome that was just shared on pre-released. So you can also add this to your kit for the World Card Making Day. Now look at all those pieces. So you got your panels, you got your door, you've got everything to cut out all these different shapes, including the kitty cat. And you have your, what do you call that? Where you like bang it on the door to, you know, another version of a doorbell, I guess. And then you also have the latch for the door. This one's the flowers, I believe. So lots of cool things, and all the numbers. So you can actually put the number of your house on that door. So we're going to need these. So I'm going to pull them out. I'm just going to put that there so that it's handy. And we're going to need this. And oops, I forgot my stamparatus. So I'll just quickly grab that. Okay. So I did find that it was a lot easier to use my stamparatus than a big block, but that's just me. I'm not very good at stamping. It took me like 3-4 tries on the card itself. Okay. So everyone had the pieces to create this, but what I'm going to do first, and I always like to use the Stampin' Up! Logo as my symbol here, as my marker, is in my kit I keep a little die cut to actually help line up the stamp. So they shared this on World Card Making Day with one of their tutorials. And so I'm just going to line that up here. So it should fit my papier, which is fine. So put that here. Where's my marker? Line that up right about there. So I'm just slightly in. And then this way I know, because, okay, polymer stamp, see how flexy bendy it is? So if I was to put that on my block, sometimes it still doesn't go in straight. And then when you actually go die cut it, you can't line it up. And I was like, oh, it's very frustrating. But what one of the demonstrators, or famous demonstrator shared was create a template. Keep one after you've cut it out, so that way you can make sure that that's butted along the side and that your polymer stamp is sitting nicely. So you can do this with punches, with any die you actually have. And then once that's good, you can just pick it up and now it'll be in place. Okay, oh wait, I need a different one here. So, just give me a second. I'm missing my foam mat. Okay. So I'm just gonna use my Stampin' Up! One here. And so how do I know I'm in the right spot? Well, that's pretty easy too. So what I like to do, oh, you can't even see me, can you? Is I'll slide this over and I'm going to take my stamp pad, because you'll notice on any one of these, your plate will be hanging over. So I put that there so that I'm even. So then when I actually ink it up, it's not going to be awkward or at an angle. So then I'm gonna put that there, and now I know exactly where my paper goes. So I'm just gonna grab a magnet from the bottom. So there's storage on the bottom for your magnets. And I'm just gonna make sure I cover that up completely. Put my magnet up there, and then I can stamp again. Now, there is 2 magnets that come with this, but because I'm lazy, I use one. Oh, slightly over a bit. So let's move over a bit more. There we go. Stamp. And oh, that didn't turn out too bad. I just want to get that corner up there. Perfect. Okay, so here's another sweet little trick. We have to cut out the hole here in this one to put in the cups cheering. So let's save time and paper. Oh, I'm like, where's my stamp set? It's right here. And stamp the hands or the cheering mugs at the same time. I should have just did that right away. What was I thinking? Because it fits right in the hole. So I forgot. So we're going to put that there because we are going to cut that out. And this door is actually upside down, just so you all know and are wondering what's going on. Actually, I'll take that off and I'll put that onto my chamois to get cleaned. Sit there, because I don't want the door to be too thick. I just realized my door is upside down. That don't matter though. And there's my hands. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna leave that on there for now. Keep that as a template. And now we just need our Big Boss, our emboss and cut machine. Did I miss another word? Nope. Oh, let's spend time together. Okay, let's just get our stamping all done. And this one I'll just put on a block. And I like to use a big block because then I can see and my hands aren't all around. So you can use a block that actually fits it, but I like to go a little bigger because then I can see my fingers aren't in the way when I'm actually stamping. So you'll probably need a mat if you have a hard surface. So I'll stick that on our piercing mat here. And then just stamp that in the middle, maybe over here in case I screw up. And again, I'm stamping upside down. What's with stamping upside down today? Oh, see, that didn't turn out very good. So I'll do another one over here. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Lift straight up. Much better. Perfect. Okay. I think we got all our stamping done. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Clean up those stamps later. So put that on my chamois as well. And let that clean off. And I'm gonna grab the Big Boss. So let me move you up so it's not too annoying. And we're going to cut this down to fit. So I'm just gonna grab my plates here. So we'll put that on there now. Like I said, there comes the dies. So we're going to add this one here, and it goes on there like so. Okay. Now I'm going to use some removable tape just because we have all those different pieces in there. So I want to make sure it works. And then there's a rectangle that cuts out the inside of the door. So I want to make sure all that lines up properly. So that one goes there. So see, if you didn't make sure this die that your stamp fit perfectly, your die would have issues. Like you wouldn't be able to get that squared up properly. And then we have our coffee mugs and hands. So see how we're doing 3 in 1 here, and we're trying not to waste paper. And right, this is hard to do without putting my head over top. Okay, I think I'm good. Good enough. Anyway, okay. Am I? Nope. This outside one is moving, and it looks okay there. Okay, I will add just another piece of tape because I just don't want that to move while we're cutting. Seems slightly off over here, but it's also lined up on the other end, so maybe I'm not. Okay, now there's a little itty bitty heart. Itty bitty, like I mean really small heart. And we need that guy. So we're gonna stick him in there and cut that together. I know, the girls, all the stuff, I mean, they're like, where did this little purple heart come from? And I'm like, or fresh freesia, right? And I'm like, it's in there. And they're like, well, forget it. Like, that little thing? I said, yepers, it's right there. So I gave them a big strip, and they're like, well, why'd you give us such a big strip of fresh freesia if you actually only need that little one? I'm like, just so you don't forget it. Okay, so there we go. And here we cut. So I like to these are reusable, so I just stick them onto my Big Shot. Oops, I mean emboss and cut machine. There's that. I think that one went there somewhere. This is such a cute set. Now, I'm not a big fan of all these little pieces, but when you can build them up like this, it's like super cute. And this is a card they actually shared. Like, this isn't even my design. This is from World Card Making Day. So I wanted to share just in case you missed out. So there it is. Oh, see, I was a little off. So see, that's not a good thing. Well, it's fine. But what I can do now is just take my scissors and trim this a bit more. Now, you could color this, and is easier to color before you cut it, but it doesn't matter. So see, I'm a little off on that, and you can see it there. But the person receiving that card won't notice. Okay, because not everyone is as detailed as yourselves and me, so that card isn't going to you, but I have something else that's going to go to you. So hang tight. You will need this set. Okay. So let's bring you down again a bit so you don't have to be so far away. We've got a card base, which you could just fold in half or score, but I'm terrible at that. So I like to always use my scoring tool to create my crease. And then we're gonna fold that in and fold that over. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you do have to log in and sign in to comment. But if you are watching it on Facebook, you can easily just go in and put that comments in. I am asking that if you do watch it on YouTube, I am looking to hit that 50 plus subscribers on my page, because then I'm able to do live YouTube videos. So really appreciate it if you like and subscribe, so then that way I can do more with you through YouTube. Okay, so we know that. Now, I am gonna color that a bit because the door looks kind of bland, which is something they did as well. So just grabbing my fresh freesia and So I chose to use Fresh Freesia and Parakeet Party. I think they use different colors. So all I'm going to do is give it a little bit of a wash here or blend, because it looks a little blah, and this is what they also did on World Card Making Day. Now, I can't remember who the demonstrator was, but you have 2 days left you have till the 18th. It was free to watch the videos. There was a link provided if you registered for the event, but there is also a free link no matter what. So just doing a quick two-tone, because, you know, just for fun. And that's what she did, and I loved the idea of that. And now we're just going to build our base. So this I just glued on directly. So don't worry, this card ain't going to you. But again, little surprise idea at the end that I think you'll love, but you will need to make sure you have this set. And if not, then you can just recreate as you wish. Oh, I forgot to color this and add this in there. So let me grab my buttons. So I just did a quick color and used one arm for my pink flirty flamingo, not pink flamingo. Okay, and then blue, which is pool party, for the other arm. I'm just reaching up top here because I have everything kind of messy around me. At tea meeting, it was nicely laid out. Thank you, Barb. So Barb set everything out for us and made sure it was all pretty, and we had lots of space to go to the make and take stations. And I'm just going to color in the hands. I'm using crumb cake. We also have different tones, skin tones, that you can also use. And then this just slides in underneath the door. So I'm gonna ink. Oh, come on, there it is. Time for a new bottle. And this goes underneath. So that's why I was like, oops, I forgot to put this in there. Come on, hasn't glued down yet, hopefully. Or maybe it has. There we go. Slide that under real quick. So cute. I love that idea. Okay, what did I do with our little heart? Oh, there it is. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool on the gummy end there. I need a little more gum. So we're just going to twist that a bit. Pick that little heart up. Add a little dollop of glue. Or, oops, it's now sticking to my glue. You can also use a mini glue dot. Stick that there. So cute. So cute. Oops, I was going to put that on the tip there. Haha, that's funny. Now, where is my green sentiment? Do you guys see my green sentiment? It's here somewhere. Okay, I'll keep looking. Not on the floor. There's my template. Here's my dies. Let's put that away. Maybe I'll find it as I'm scoping my table. Maybe you see it as you're scoping my table. Oy vey, it's here somewhere. We know it is. Okay, well, oops. We're going to use dimensionals on the back. So I'll just grab my dimensionals here. Did I drop it? It's here somewhere, right? You know, you can giggle because I'm giggling, and you can also laugh and comment, LOL, no problem. Gets you in the prize draw, right? So laugh with me. So we just used dimensionals, and seriously, it was here, remember, right? Oh wait, maybe it's stuck on the back. Nope. 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 Oh, I think I found it. I found it. Oh. Way over there. Way over there. Now, you can use our pick a banner. Pick a banner if you like. Or you could just create your own flag tips on there, right? So there's my banner. Now here's a little tip and trick. If you want the same equal spacing on the other side, you would just line this up to determine what your banner will look like. So I want my banner piece right about there. So now I'm going to take my pencil and mark where I need to cut. So then that way, when I stick it into my pick a banner, I will get equal spacing, or somewhat equal spacing, on both sides. Now this is too small, so here's another tip and trick. There's my Post-its. Oh look, I have the same color Post-it note. What are the chances of that? I'm just gonna grab a small strip here, add this to the back. So I have a little handle to stick that in. See? I'm gonna flip it over so I know where I'm going. And make sure I used the right banner. And there we go. Okay, so now this goes on there with mini glue dot or dimensionals, some Pop-Tarts. And I'm gonna leave a little space there to tuck my ribbon under. There we go. And we're going to use the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. There is this beautiful gray in there. And we're going to, oh no, not the gray. Sorry, we want the brown. I'm like, gray? Okay. It's a little thicker than linen thread and more brownish, kind of crumb cakey. I believe it is crumb cake. And we're just gonna tie that up. If you have a, what do you call it? Bow maker, this be a great time to use it. Okay, bring that all together. And again, mini glue dot, and my desk, my workspace is getting messier as we go along here. You ever notice that? That happens to you, I'm sure. And we're just gonna tuck that in underneath. There. And that's my second card. So this was the other card we made at our meeting. So much fun. So much fun. And last but not least, let me move this stuff because we don't need it anymore. Oops. And that's my template, and we'll put that back. Okay, garbage. And the last one is this beautiful fun fold. So one of the challenges we had as a team from my other training was to create a fun fold in this pattern. So that's what, in this design or style, right? So this actually sits up. It's just a double fold here. And I'll show you how to quickly create it. So again, all our pieces were cut for us. And this one actually features, which is one of our 12 Days of Christmas features, which is this Christmas Scotty, and comes with a cute little punch for this doggy. The terrier is a terrier, right? I think it's a terrier, correct? Okay, so we have to do a little bit of scoring on this one to get it to where we're actually at here, like so. Okay, and then let's see if make sure I remember all of the dimensions properly and see where we go. So we have a few score lines that need to happen. So the video I watched actually required the score line. It showed us multiple score lines, but I kind of dumbed it down to something a little more simpler. So hopefully this is right. So our actual overall card is still 5.5. So that's where we're gonna work with. So 5.5, because then you actually know it's going to fit in your envelope, and then you're just left with the remaining pieces that actually go with it. And then from that 5.5 mark, we're going to go, so that's just half, 5.5. Then we're going to go 6 3/4, I believe is what I told the girls to do. And then 8 3/4. I believe that's what we did. And then we need at 10.5. because that's the piece that folds over and hides. And, oops. Oh, I'm not at 10. Oh, I just do a half. That's right. Something like that. Let's make sure I'm right. If not, I'll grab another piece. Okay, so let's just grab our bone folder and fold those edges. Make sure we're good. And that should get us our piece like so. Oops, there. So now you see we have our little bottom piece like that, and this one goes here, and we have our top piece. So I believe that that is correct. Let's just make sure, and yep, that goes up top. Okay, so we're on the right roll. Okay, so how do I seal this card? Easy peasy. We're gonna grab our glue. So again, right there. Ta-da. So that's why, oops, that's why you need the 1/2 inch, because the 1/2 inch, so I also use 1/2 inch because some of you prefer to use, what's it called? Tear tape. That's it. I'm like, what's that thing called? Tear tape. Okay, so you're just gonna fold that down and pop that in, because that's, where are we at? Oh, wrong spot, because it's 5.5. Duh. You gotta know where that 5.5 line is. Fold that down. There you go. Oh, that was the worst instruction for you ever, isn't it? So you will see here that it's flat, but yet not, because then when you pop this up, it will go back into place, or it should. So I screwed up. Let's add that again. My fold line's all wonky there. Okay, thank goodness you're not getting these as samples, as a gift. So again, just stay tuned. Oh, totally screwed that up. Okay, there you go. Wow, why is my line that? Okay, so like I said, you're not getting this one. Okay, but you're getting something else. So hang tight. Okay, so to get that, all we did was fold that down. So you are now 5.5 plus the first fold, and that marks off where it is. So you don't need some fancy dancy measuring, just know that that's where that goes. Now you're flat, so you are literally at 6 3/4 at that 6 3/4 line, and we're just going to add our DSP. We might as well just do that now and go and get a new, gotta open a new liquid glue, and this one goes right here because our fun fold goes on the other section. Now if you go visit, I think it's Brenda Quintana, that's who I use. She does a great video giving you way more detail than I am, because our pieces are already cut for us. When you go to our team meeting, this is all done for you, but then you have all the dimensions afterwards. So this goes there, and there is our base. Ta-da! Okay, there we go. Yes, 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 yes. And now to do the flap. So to do the flap, which is, it goes on the front there, which we're going to create next. Again, you need your scoring tool, and we're going to score at 3 1/4. So that's going to be our, where we put our feature. And then we're going to go 4 1/2 because it needs to match our fold. And then you get your 1/2 inch there. So it should line up. If it doesn't, I'm the worst demonstrator ever. Okay, which sometimes it is funny because the team will go, worst demonstrator ever, because you forgot something, which is normal. There, see? And then to get that fun fold on the front, all you do is fold this over like so. So now you'll put glue there. And I always like to just line it up to the top because then I don't have to use any measurements whatsoever. So I'll show you how to do that. But first we're going to decorate. So we need to grab our Christmas Scotty, find our little puppy. And this set's really cool because it comes with tons of little accessory pieces. You got your snowflake, you have this beautiful ribbon, which is a lot of fun to work with. And then your sentiments. So you can use this all year round. It does not have to just be Christmas. And then this one goes here. So I gave everybody a scrap piece to work with so that they could punch their doggy, because the dog goes in here and then you need room to actually slide that in here. So I gave them a nice little big extra piece, and I'm just looking for my block. There it is. And then this is a polymer stamp again. So we're just gonna add our mat. And we used early espresso because that is what matches the He's All That designer series paper. And we wanted to do, I wanted to give everybody a masculine card. So, because you know, not everybody, we don't just give cards to our female friends, we give them to our male friends as well. So there's that. And then I also gave everyone a little piece, because you're gonna have to do that, so you don't have to worry about lining up. So you could just slide this in like so. So then now we're going to take this. Now, because I'm using crushed curry, this does come with a 2-step bow. I didn't bother because crushed curry, it's such a light color. It was hard to actually tell and see the difference. So we just stuck to one. And then we're going to stamp that and put that there. So we didn't do the extra layering, 2-step layering that this stamp actually offers. So we're going to go in here, cut our pieces. So you could create a template if you're mass producing and get that there at the same time to save you steps. Now, what I love about our punches is once I line that up, the paper doesn't move because it locks in place. So I gotta let go a bit if I want to rearrange and punch. There we go. So now that's my little template. I will keep these and then stick that in my stamparatus and use that to actually stamp those if I wanted to. I'm gonna switch hands and I'm gonna line this up because, again, I'm not a lefty, but it doesn't matter, because you can squeeze that in there. And now I just lost my bow because it went flying. There it is. Found it. And we are ready to assemble again. Woohoo! So let me get these pieces out. Oh, right. I forgot. We need to stamp this. So we are going to use You Are Always Loved. So then it's not really Christmas. It's not really birthday. It can be almost anything. And we're going to stamp that right in the corner there. And then I'm going to grab my block again. And this time we're going to use some Evening Evergreen. You could use the same soft succulent in there, but I wanted a darker green. You could just use Early Espresso or black if you want. Doesn't really matter. And now we're going to build our card front. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Trees for Sale. Huh? Trees for Sale has the beautiful lights up top, because what's camping without lights? So this does have a little break in there, so I'm going to add that. Forgot. I'm going to use my long one and grab some Early Espresso. So I'm going to put a mat under this one because I don't want it to stamp on there. So we're going to ink up one side. This isn't Early Espresso. This is Memento. And we're going to find that middle, somewhat middle. Just eyeball it. No one's going to know. And let's face it, we don't hang our lights evenly. I think the other side. I'm supposed to stamp this side. And then line that one there. Ta-da! There's your other half. Okay, and then you're going to grab some blend or markers. You can grab a white marker if you want, or you can grab some bright colors. So I just got Daffodil Delight flying on my desk, and I'm going to color that in like so. Yeah. And then I'm going to glue my puppy down. Now, I want my puppy to be hanging over a little bit. So I want to make sure I don't put glue on that side. My other one's running low, so we're just going to use this guy. So I'm going to pick it up there and just use my finger as a marker. Add some glue. And have his little back end hanging over the card. Just put that straight. And then add our little bow. My fingers are too fat. I need to use my tweezers. Add a few drops of glue, or again, just use your mini glue dots. Put that there. And then I have some gems sitting here somewhere that I did bring out to use. Put that there. Where are you? Where are you, gems? Oh, there they are. So this is the 2021, 2023 gems, and it has that yellow, right? So I'm gonna grab one of those, the big ones, and stick it right there. Yes, so cute. There is so many, like at first I didn't really, you know, this card, and then, or this bundle, but I have so many friends that have dogs, and we don't have any because my husband's allergic, so we can't. And so it was nice to have, because you can do this, you're always loved. You could also use it as a sentiment, right, for you know, sympathy. And you could, like, if they lose their pet. It's got glue all over my shirt. And line that up. So you could also add some of that yellow stones in there as well, right? What else can you do? There's so many options. Okay, so to get this one here, so this will sit like so. So I'm just going to use this as a guide, right? So I flatten this out, grab that at the top there, line it along the top so I know. Then I'm going to grab my glue using that 1/2 inch only, because that's where we were last time, right? That's the only reason I put that 1/2 inch there, is so you know where to add the glue, and so it can fold, and we'll add that and line it up to the top at the center. Okay, now here I'm right about that third, so I'm just going to do some glue underneath and slide that down, and now you should have your pop. There you go, poppity pop 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 pop, and that card is finished. See, 3 cards, beauty. So we have the sample one, which turned out way better than my demo one here with you. And then we made, so these were, so everybody left with make and takes from our meeting. And then we had the first one right here, right? And then we had the warm welcome, which was this one. So if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can take all 3 of these designs and share them at your team meeting. Or you can also use them for a card class, whichever you like, if you have all 3 sets. And yeah, those are amazing. Just a little bit of fun. So what was it that I was going to share as a gift? If you liked, shared, blah, 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 all that jazz, like I always ask you. So subscribe to my YouTube page. That's number 1. And like it. Number 2 is to comment on either YouTube or Facebook for prize draw. Number 3 is to share my video, especially on Facebook, because that's easy, right? And number 4, make sure you post on my YouTube page or on Facebook to say that you shared, because it doesn't really tell. So that's 4 things you have to do. And because it's 4 things, and I lost connection with you on Thursday, I am going to give 3 prize draws. And the 3 prize draws is going to include not the cards, but the actual supplies to make the card. So you can come back, watch the replay to figure out how to assemble it and learn from my mistakes from today's demo. And I will send you, I'll do 1 card, 1 prize draw, 2 prize draws, 3 prize draws. And you will get to make the cards yourself. Okay, so again, There's plenty of reasons why you should become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Lots of free shipping and as well as some great projects and all the stuff you saw today. And don't forget to sign up for my email list because then you get into the 12 days of Christmas. Okay, and if you are part of our Prairie Grass Stampers group, the other thing is I have a virtual retreat to go pack, and we are already sold out in person, but you get a $10 off coupon for registering, and you can have the retreat to go and virtually for you to do at home. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, happy stamping and keep on stamping.